Good morning, friends. How is everyone doing? Also, happy spring. I can't believe spring is here. I have been waiting for this. I have been waiting for this moment because that means summer is almost here. It's almost here. The warm weather is going to be here. I'm a warm weather junkie. I'm like a cat, right? Like, enjoy the heat. Sunbathe. Except for I don't bathe in the sun. It's not good for your skin. But I do love warmth. If this is your first time here, hi, my name is Carrington. Not your first time here, hi, welcome back. If you enjoy all things makeup, palette rankings, trying new makeup, old makeup, any and everything, trying out new collections, literally anything and everything makeup related, then definitely go ahead, hit that subscribe button, click the little bell to be notified of all my future uploads. As well, if you enjoy this video, if you agree with me on any of the palettes I'm showing you, love this type of content, whatever that may be, then definitely give this video a thumbs up. And let's go ahead and let's get started. So these are in no particular order. This isn't like in like a ranking style or anything. If you ever, if you want to know what would be like my number one pick, like whatever that may be, comment that down below. I will definitely answer your questions down there. So let's go ahead, let's dive on into the first one. So the first that's sitting on the top of my stack is this Natasha Janona Trio Chrome palette. This came out a few years ago. I don't know if you can still get this or not. No idea, but I do want to preface this by saying that I will link all these palettes down below, as well as in these videos, I do like to talk about palettes that may be discontinued, just because I feel like a lot of people do have some of these palettes or, things like that. So I don't want you guys to be like, oh, I have to have new palettes. I think it's good to also talk about palettes you might already have in your collection. So there will be some new, there will be palettes that are available. There will be palettes that aren't available. But let's start off with this one. Not 100% for sure if this is available or not. But what I really love about this is I do love how nice and soft the colors are. And these definitely do remind me of spring. So you've got the pops of yellow, you've got some greens, you've got some purples, which definitely are very springtime. It reminds you of the blossoming of the trees and the flowers and things like that. And then you've got these beautiful, I would say trio duochromes in here. Truthfully, I sometimes struggle to find the trio-ness of it, but for some of the, I can definitely tell the duochromes. And I think that's very, very beautiful. I will say this probably isn't going to be fitting if you're a deeper skin tone, just because they're not super bright and vibrant, right? But I do think that is a good option, especially if you already have that Natasha Janona palette. Then go ahead, bring that right on out for spring. The next one is going to be the ABH. This is the Norvina number 4 palette. I really, really like this. For it really has some really nice soft neutrals. You've got those pinks, you've got those purples, you have this beautiful pop of yellow. You have some beautiful shimmers. You've got, you do have some glitters. I love, their shimmers are so beautiful. You can create so many beautiful springtime looks. You've got some very neon types of pinks. You've got that neon yellow. I think this is really, really good. I like the versatility of this, how you do have some pops of color where you could go neutral and add a pop of color. You can just go colorful. You can just go neutral. There's a lot of variety to this palette, and I think this is great for spring. Great to just go ahead and bust right on out. This next one is from Colourpop. This is the Garden Variety palette. This is so beautiful. It definitely is more of it has neutral mattes, and then it has some pop of colors here for on your lid. And I really like that for somebody that is more into neutrals and would like to have some light pops of colors to help bring in spring. I think this is the perfect palette for that. You have a gold, you've got a beautiful it's kind of hard to see. So it's a Super Shock. This is a Super Shock formula. And it's kind of a peachy Super Shock. And then you've got some pinks and some purples in the shimmers as well. And all of these, the artwork in and of itself, reminds you of a garden. And when you think of spring, or for me personally, when I think of spring, I think of the warmer weather. I think of the plants and the trees and everything starting to blossom. And when I think of the plants and the trees blossoming, these are kind of the colors that I think of. This is definitely going to be for that neutral person that would just some little pops of colors here and there. Of course, there are some like neutral pops of colors as well. You know, you've got that gold, you've got this champagne. So that would be perfect. You know, you've got like a peach matte that you could definitely work with. So this is a great, great, great palette for spring. The fourth pick that I have right here is the Juvia's Place Nubian 3 Coral. I really, really like this, and you might be looking at this and being like, I don't really get how this is spring. And I feel like we always just kind of like associate like very bright, fun colors, and I feel like that is the case in a lot of the palettes I've picked. But I also think it'd be nice to have something for the spring where you could go like daytime with all of these right here, and then amp it up into nighttime if you want, and still have like some very beautiful spring-like colors. Like you have those corals, because it's the Coral 3. And I do associate corals with springtime. And I love these two shimmers. Like, look how beautiful those are. Those are perfect for spring. Definitely very nice and just like vibrant, and has like that orange shift or that really nice cool toned silver. So I think this does provide and offers a lot. You know, you can go nice and soft for like a spring daytime look. You can definitely amp it up if you would like, if you're going to an event. And if you're going out, you know, night on the town, definitely amp it up with these two shades. So I feel like this does offer a lot of like versatility and variety, especially for a spring palette and having those like corals and grays. Number 5, I know this palette is being discontinued, and that's super sad. I think it's already gone from Sephora. You can't pick it up on Sephora anymore is what I've heard. But this would be a great palette if you could go and pick this up on Huda's site itself. This is absolutely beautiful. So you have like these very light pinky purpley tones. You have some very like light and airy neutrals, and you have this like little pop of teal here as well. And these shimmers are absolutely gorgeous. They are seriously so beautiful. Definitely like a springtime palette. I don't really care that much for like the artwork on the front. Like, I just don't care for that. But like the inside of the palette absolutely screams spring with all of the choices of the options that you have. I think they did a fantastic job. Again, shimmers are beautiful. This is a great springtime palette. I'm going to be sad whenever it's like finally gone for good, but if you can't get it now, like you should, especially if you can get it on sale. Number 6 is going to go to the Carnival 3 palette. This is Love Tahiti. I mean, why wouldn't we pick this for spring? I mean, I could definitely see where we could definitely do this for summer as well, but I love like all of the different like tones and the different options. This is definitely spring. I think of like going into like a greenhouse and seeing all of like the beautiful flowers that they have to offer. I think of going out to like my grandparents where they have garden beds everywhere and just seeing all of like the beautiful flowers. We have flowers outside that grow. I mean, these are just beautiful. These are great. These are fantastic. Absolutely love these. This is perfect for spring. The quality does take a little bit of like working with this palette, but I think for like the price point that you get and the shades that you get, I think it's really good for what you get. And I love like when I open this up, I think spring and summer instantly. Like this, when I was like, oh, I need to think of like some spring palettes, this was seriously like one of the first ones that came to my mind, just with like all of those beautiful, beautiful shades. Okay, we have another one from Colourpop. This is going to be the Colourpop Fade into Hue. This is definitely like a very beautiful rainbow palette, and I absolutely love the way that they laid this out. Seriously, you can use this in a number of different ways. You can use this by column, you could use this by row, you can mix and match. You could just do like so many things with this palette, and that's one thing that I love about this. But this definitely does remind me of spring, because spring showers bring May flowers, right? And whenever you see the rain, you'll sometimes see rainbows. So this definitely provides like that, like, oh, it's springtime, it's raining, so we can, you know, grow the plants, and you're definitely going to see some rainbows. So definitely this, I love how it really offers some like very nice like pastel kind of shades as well to go into that. And you've got like the yellows for the flowers, the greens for the trees, the blue for like the sky. Like it's definitely a very nice and beautiful spring palette. Another rainbow palette comes from Glamlight. So we have this right here. Literally just use this. This is very beautiful. You've got like those very nice, beautiful light pastels. You have some neutrals that you can incorporate in. You've got some more of like those deep colors. And these shimmers, seriously, are so beautiful. I mean, look at those shimmers. They are stunning. The shimmers definitely win the show of this. You know, the ice cream cone, spring is definitely coming, which means it's closer to winter, which means we're getting closer to being able to eat our ice cream cones. You know, if you have like a ice cream truck that comes around, you definitely have this. So this is definitely a very beautiful palette and perfect for spring. My last two palettes are going to come from Give Me Glow. So this first one is going to be the Give Me Glow Vivid Rose. Seriously, so beautiful for springtime. Give Me Glow's formula is incredible. Like, seriously, one of the best formulas out there. Their shimmers, wild. Their mattes are super pigmented, work well together, so on and so forth. I'm going to be here all day talking about that, so I'm just going to like end it now. Oh, my cat. So this is absolutely a beautiful palette. You've got those pinks and those purples, and then you've got some like mauve-y kind of like neutrals in here, which is just absolutely beautiful and perfect for the springtime. This is a great everyday palette. You can amp it up, make it more colorful. There's so many things you can do with this palette. I love the artwork. Definitely makes me ready and excited for spring and to see all the flowers out and around. I love that about spring. It's just like watching things bloom and come into season. So definitely love that, and this is a great palette for spring. The last palette from Give Me Glow is going to the Pastel Dreams. This is so beautiful. This is such a good palette. This is probably one of my favorite when it comes to like having pastels. So good. Like the pastel mattes are really, really good. Definitely good quality. I love the shimmers that go along with it. Like, look at those. Beautiful. Give Me Glow just like kills it. And I really, when I think of spring, I definitely just think of like those pastel tones. And I honestly, as soon as I was like, oh, spring pastel, I knew I had to include this because this is so good. This is like the best. I can't sing its praises enough. If you are looking for a pastel rainbow palette, look no further. This is the palette for you. I absolutely love it. So, whew, that was a pretty quick video. Didn't feel like it needed to be that long, but those are my top 10 palette picks for spring. Again, some are older, some are newer, some you can still get, some you can't, but I think those are all really, really good for spring. I don't think you need to rush out and buy all of these palettes. I think you should decide like what kind of colors you like to use, what kind of speaks to you more for the spring, and kind of decide on that. If you are wanting to know what like my top picks would be based on your preferences or just top pick in general, leave a comment down below. I will definitely love to answer that for you, help you find a palette for you for spring, whatever that may be. But that is it for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed. If you enjoyed this video, definitely give this video a thumbs up. This helps me out, lets me know you enjoyed this video. This lets YouTube know. Hit that subscribe button if you have not already. Go ahead, join this dumpster fire of the family, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!